So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons you failed at cold call. Typically with my clients, I work with a lot of larger clients, and it's very rare that no one has tried any kind of outreach or any kind of cold email. So typically a lot of what I do in the calls is we'll really take a deep dive with the client, and we want to look at why they actually failed. What was good, what was bad, and a lot of times if you wait till the end, I'll tell you a reason, the number one reason why people actually succeeded with cold email, but they don't even know it. And then when we put our process in, all of a sudden they get 20 times the results. So stay tuned for that. But before anything else, I want to talk about the 5 reasons you failed at cold email. So reason number 1 is you didn't make them feel special. So you sent people a ton of emails, and then all of the emails felt really spammy. They didn't feel really personal. The offer wasn't really strong. Maybe when people responded, you just sent them to a form or you sent them your calendar link. You made them feel like they were a dime a dozen. The magic of cold email is when someone feels like you personally, the CEO, the C-suite, the executive is reaching out to them. Another executive, another manager, another director, another decision maker at the company, and is communicating one professional to another. They want to feel like you reached out to them for a reason and you treat them like a human being. So anything that reinforces that feeling, a short message, not wasting their time, be direct, a typo here or there, booking them in, having them meet with you personally, all of those things will work. And all of those things will increase not just your show rate, but how much people really connect with you. All of those things, like perfect English, when it's very long, when it sounds corporate, when you send them a link, when you don't book them in, when you make them fill out a survey before they can book a call in with you, all of those things make people feel like they're just a number to you. They don't matter to you. You're reaching out to them and another couple thousand people every day. And it's going to drop like a stone your results from cold email. Number 2 is you quit too early. For a lot of our clients, especially startups, it's one thing if you do email marketing for e-commerce brands, or you do SEO for high-risk businesses. Those are a lot of offers, you know how to sell them. But for a lot of our clients, they don't have product market messaging fit. If it's a startup, or if they had a campaign that was working and then things stopped working and they don't know why things worked, why things didn't work, and they're trying new angles, they're being creative. A lot of times you're one step away from being successful. I can't tell you how many clients we had that when we changed one tweak, when we changed the call to action, or when we changed the targeting parameters, everything, all of a sudden we got 10 or 20 times the results. And it can be as simple as picking up the phone and calling them versus doing a Zoom meeting, or reaching out to a manager director on the corporate level, maybe 1 degree of separation down than you'd think, and all of a sudden the results explode. And if you quit too soon, a lot of times you do everything right, but it's that one last piece that gets you 20x. I'm sure if you guys are watching this and you have had a business, you know what it's like to get that first client. It's almost like the 4-minute mile. You're trying, and then you get that first one, and then you get another one. The hardest one is the first one. It's the same thing with cold email. A third thing, and this is so common, and this is something that, God bless my clients, but this is the number one mistake they make over and over and over again, is they write an essay on a billboard. The thing with cold email is it's a personal billboard, right? So you have someone that you really want to talk to, and they're driving on the highway, and you can control the billboard that they see. Obviously, it's much cheaper than paying for a billboard on a highway, but they see that billboard. Now, we've done research. If you look at psychologists like Thinking Fast and Slow, Kahneman, Tversky, all these really smart people, but we know that human beings experience the present as a 3-second phenomenon. So our brains are always creating our impression of the present moment, what now feels like. And the psychological present is only 3 seconds long. So a good cold email will hack into someone's brain. We know exactly the words that is going to make any human being stop and read. And you have one moment with them. How long is a moment? 3 seconds. Now, a lot of our clients have very technical and very sophisticated offers, robotics, automation. AI automation, pharmaceutical startups. However, you have 3 seconds to really hook them in. If you look at what does that mean in terms of reading speed of a high-level American executive, you're looking at 40 to 60 words. When our clients try to adjust or write their cold emails, they end up being 300 words. And if you're looking at this, watching this video right now, if you haven't run dozens and dozens of campaigns, you probably think 200-300 words. Those emails don't pop. You need 40 to 60 words. Even if you have to have a ton of value in the email, that first 40 to 60 words has to hook them in. And then you have a little bit more time. But the short emails are so much more powerful. The other thing, and this is the fourth reason, is if you have inaccurate SOPs or your software stack isn't up to par. If we look at our agency, everything changes. It's different from something like cold calling. Cold calling is as old as the hills. It's never going to change in a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's both a strength and a weakness. Cold calling is really good for small, medium businesses. It's tougher and tougher the bigger you get. We had a client sign Boeing with a cold email. That would be incredibly difficult to do with cold calling because everybody knows what cold calling sounds like. There's only so much you can do to change that pattern. With cold email, every 6 to 18 months, everything changes. When Liz and I look at what did we do when we started, we used Quick Mail, we used Maility, we used all these different things. Now SmartLead is number one for sending software. Now we use a combination of Seamless, Apollo, a couple others. We waterfall enrich the data, we triple verify, but the software we use to do it used to be Never Bounce, now it's Million Verifier. The best in-class SOPs and software, they're going to change every 6 to 18 months. But if you're not up to date, it's a little bit like going to the gym. If you go 3, 4, 5 hours a week, that's really all you need, unless you're trying to be a pro athlete or something. But if you stop going for 3, 4, 5 months, or worse, if you're not even using software that's designed specifically for outreach, whether it's SmartLead or Instantly, there's a bunch of software that are specifically designed for cold email, you could probably quadruple your results just by optimizing your software stack. You would not believe I have been on calls where I'm the dumbest person in the room by far. It's all PhDs selling some kind of CRISPR molecular genomic sequencing offer, and they're sending emails from their own domain, which is the cold email equivalent of taking your company and lighting it on fire, just throwing dollars into the fire. One of the largest mistakes, mistake number 5, is using only cold email. Now you may ask, what do I mean by that? When someone gets an email from you, they don't just get an email from you. They put the URL of the email in their browser and they look at your website. They Google you. They go on your LinkedIn. They go on your Twitter if you have one. They go on your YouTube. They put your name. They just want to see what pops up. They put your company's name. And a lot of times when you don't have a really cohesive structure, you don't have good content, you don't have good case studies, the website, the landing page isn't clean. Even if you're really, really good at cold email or your offer's not sensational, you're going to really struggle to get the same result as somebody else because you're relying too much on cold email. It's like people think it's this magic wand and there's something that you can write in a sentence that's going to completely change the other person's mind or capture their attention. And to a large extent, that's true. But at the same time, it's like, if you have a homeless person get out of a Lamborghini, it just looks off. So you have to get all of the other aspects of the business going too. Now, the last thing, this is kind of the hidden thing. A lot of times, a lot of you guys watching this have actually succeeded at cold email. You just don't know it. And what I mean is, it's a volume game. So the number one question that I ask clients is, they're like, yeah, we did cold email and we got a few deals from it, but it was too much to keep track of. It was too hard. And I was like, well, how many emails were you sending a day? They're like, 30. I'm like, 30. For us, the minimum emails a client sends every day is 1,200. It takes so much volume. It takes about 100 times more than you think. If you were sending 30 emails a day and you were getting about a sale a month, Imagine what you were doing if you were selling 1,200. Now, you may not know how to do that. There's an infrastructure, there's sending assets that we have to develop for you. You have to hyper personalize each email so every email looks different. You use spin tags, you hyper segment the market. But if you can do this at scale, you could get 20 or 30 times the results. Imagine what it's like. Instead of getting 1 sale a month, you get 12 for the same level of effort just because you did 12 times the volume. So for a lot of our clients, they're successful, they just don't even know it. And a lot of our work is helping them see that. So if you want more tips on cold email, tips on sales, tips on setting up these assets for you, please subscribe, please like it. Tell me what you want to see. We do this every day. Sometimes for us, we forget how difficult it is to never have done this for the first time, to be going on YouTube, Googling, looking for answers. If there's anything you have a specific question about, just let me know. Please reach out. I'll do a video on it for you.